Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to week 9 of home learning. I hope that you're sticking to your routines, working in Google Classroom, getting plenty of exercise, helping around the house, and reading regularly. Remember, if you read, you will succeed. It's as simple as that. If you haven't yet seen the wonderful books being read by your teachers on the school YouTube channel, then do look for them because they're a great way into reading. You go to the channel from the front page of the school website. It was great to see that many of you used the catch-up week just gone to do some excellent schoolwork, including in some cases the research projects that Mr. Mailer shared. Well done. Now, gentlemen, I'm afraid that I have to share some very sad news with you this morning. Many of you knew and remember Mrs. Fleming, who looked after you in the school's medical room. Well, I'm really sorry to have to tell you that Mrs. Fleming became very ill with her heart recently, and she sadly died in hospital last week. She was very dear to us at Chorney. She looked after your medicines for you. She administered first aid when you hurt yourselves. She looked after you if you weren't well and you were waiting to be collected by your parents to be taken home. She was always calm and always kind, and I know that we will all miss her very much. I've spoken to Mrs. Fleming's husband, and I've passed on to him, on your behalf, our deepest condolences to him and his family for their loss. If some of you knew Mrs. Fleming and you feel that you would like to talk to somebody about how this news has made you feel, then please do let Mr. Khan or your form teacher or any other one of us know. I hope that as well as doing schoolwork, you follow the news about what is going on in the world as part of your daily routine. If you do, you will know that there have been lots of protests all over the world following the death of George Floyd in police custody in the United States. This has added momentum to the very important Black Lives Matter movement, which has grown up in America and in many other countries too. Black Lives Matter is a continuation in many ways of the civil rights movements of the 1960s that were led by people like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, which many of you have learnt about in your history lessons. These events remind us about how important it is for us really to understand what racism, prejudice and injustice are, because it is only when we understand those things that we can change our own behaviour to make sure that we never behave in a prejudiced way against others. That is a key part of being a 5-star Chorney student. One who is respectful, one who makes sure that everybody can contribute and who leads by example. So remember, it is never acceptable to be prejudiced against anyone or to be unkind to them because you think that they are different from you in some way, whether that is because of their religion, the colour of their skin, their sexuality, where they come from, or what they look like. And finally this morning, gentlemen, when I spoke to you last week, I told you a bit about the plans that we're drawing up so that students in Year 10 will have some face-to-face time with their teachers starting next week. If you're in Year 10, your parents will receive a letter tomorrow or Wednesday telling you about how that will work. And I will also record a separate video especially for you and your parents later this week. So please do look out for that letter and the video. I hope that you and your families all have a great week. Look after yourselves and thank you for listening.